Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to Gashis Kaiman TV. This is your host, Gashis Kaiman, the tallest man in Black Africa. August 9, Raila will be declared president-elect by the IBC. And he'll be declared the president-elect because he'll garner more votes than his greatest challenger, William Samoei Ruto. Ni hili jambo ambalo ni wazi kabisa kwa sababu all indications are showing that Raila is winning these elections. And Yama Nation will be hit by this news like a thunderbolt kwamba watajipata pabaya kwa sababu watakuwa katika upinzani. Majority of the Gema believe that Raila cannot win these elections, but about between 30 to 40% ni watu ambao wanaamini kwamba Raila is the next president or the fifth president of the Republic of Kenya. Kwa hivyo Ruto will rush to the Supreme Court after he's declared the president, that is Raila declared the president. Atakimbia katika mahakama ya upeo kujaribu kubatilisha uamuzi wa IBC. The Supreme Court will uphold Raila's presidency, and it will be a majority decision that will declare that you don't win the presidency through the court, just like the first case when Mutuga declared the same. So Kikuyus will be squarely in the opposition. Watakuwa katika upinzani, watakuwa pale, na huu ndio ukweli wa mambo. Because if you look at majority of the MPs, majority of the governors in Kikuyu land, they are inclining towards Ruto's party. Igawa hali inazidi kubadilika kwa sababu kama unavyoona katika sehemu zingine kama vile Kiambu, utaona kwamba Jubilee is gaining ground. In fact, in Mount Kenya, Jubilee may be the party to beat by that time. But as things stand now, ukweli ni kwamba Jubilee is actually like the underdog in Mount Kenya region. Jambo lingine bado litatokea ni kwamba Raila will call for reconciliation and for healing. You know, Raila ni mtu ambaye anataka amani sana, mtu ambaye anapenda amani, anapendelea amani. Kumbuka, I'm talking about now post August elections. Na jambo lingine ni kwamba Uhuru will hand over power to Baba very peacefully, and this ceremony will be very, very colorful. You see Kikuyus crying and knowing and gushing their teeth kwa sababu watakuwa wakimezea mate sasa ule ushindi wa Azimio. Huo ni ukweli wa mambo, and I can foresee a very colorful ceremony maybe at Kasarani or Kamukoji. You know, Baba loves Kamukoji so much because it has some historical ties. Na kile ambacho kitatokea ni kwamba we shall see dignitaries from all walks of life coming to witness the Mandela moment. And this is what is going to happen. And Ruto will be blamed by the Kikuyus. Will be blamed by the majority of the Kikuyus kwa sababu wamejitokeza na kumuunga mkono, na sasa watakuwa wakiona ukweli wa mambo. And if you are here for the first time, kindly take a second, subscribe, and for our viewers, most welcome. For subscribers, we are most grateful. Without you, we cannot be where we are. Back to the business. And Moses Kuria, people like Dedi Nyoro, Rigathi Gachagua, Alice Wahome, and others will now start cooperating with Baba's government. Unajua kilichopo ni kwamba Wakikuyu hawapendelei sana kuwa katika upinzani. Hawapendelei. Na you know, they normally support the side that butters the bread well. Kwa sababu unapoangalia hata kule kwao kumfuata Ruto, sio kwa sababu wanampenda sana. Wanajua vizuri sana kwamba wako pale kwa sababu ya kile ambacho wanakipata, kwa sababu unajua Ruto alikuwa na pesa nyingi sana wakati ambapo alikuwa katika serikali. But now if you look at the way UDA was growing, it is not growing like it used to do, kwa sababu sasa pesa zimepungua kiasi. Jambo lingine ambalo tutaliona ni kwamba UDA, because it will be abandoned by most of these guys, will remain now another party, and Raila we will have a super majority, that is ODM in parliament, Jubilee in parliament, and some ODM, no, UDA MPs in supporting Baba. And don't forget there is Wiper. So that's why I'm saying Baba will have what we call super majority in parliament. So it will be very easy for him to pass his legislation, to pass his agenda. Itakuwa kazi rahisi sana. Na tena utapata ya kwamba Nandi party, that's now the Kalenjin, it will be a very bitter party. It will be an attempt even to impeach Baba, which will be very hard, kwa sababu Baba kama utakavyoona with a super majority, more than 2/3 actually, itakuwa vigumu sana kufanya hivyo. And Mudavadi, as I said, you have already been forgotten by the time Baba is forming his government, kwa sababu Mudavadi, unajua, ameahidiwa 40% of the shares from a government. Ni kitu ambacho hakipo, ni jambo ambalo halitawezekana, kwa sababu ni kama kumwahidi mtu kwamba siku fulani upepo utavuma ukielekea kwako na nitakugaia jambo fulani. Kwa hivyo Mudavadi this time will be forgotten completely. And then I can see a major transformation in the country in Baba's reign, because when you look at the freedom of speech, Baba ni mtu ambaye anapendelea sana what we call the freedom, especially freedom of speech. And then the issue like tribalism will be actually, you know, tribalism is something that is very ugly, and when you look at the face of tribalism, it's actually very ugly. It will be something that will be forgotten. And then the economy, I can see the economy thriving, and there will be political tolerance, and nationalism will be pushed to a high level, kwa sababu unapoangalia Baba ni mtu ambaye anaipenda nchi yake sana, na you see in most cases unajua tunasema samaki huoza kuanzia kichwani. Kwa hivyo hapa kichwa, unajua kichwa atakuwa ni Baba, na samaki ambayo ni nchi hataweza kuoza kama ilivyokuwa wakati wa hayati Moi. Jambo lingine ni kwamba Gema will not see the presidency maybe for 50 years or 100 years. Watasahau kabisa, na you blame Ruto for the rest, because nasema ya kwamba Ruto ndiye ambaye aliwapeleka katika upinzani. Then there's this issue of Ruto, not Ruto, Uhuru will be a major player in Baba's government. You'll be very influential, and you be a very influential advisor to the president, President Raila Amolo Odinga, na atakuwa akimwendea kupata ushauri hapa na pale. Na Uhuru will also make Kalonzo president in 2007, and Baba will support him. I don't know what is your take, but before we end this channel, I'd like to, not the channel, sorry for that, before we end this video today, I would like to pose some few questions to the Gema Nation. The first question is, who do you say is your kingpin? Because the way things are, most of you are thinking that Ruto is the kingpin of Mount Kenya region. This can never happen, and will never happen. And one day, with the fullness of time, one day you come to realize that Ruto cannot be the kingpin of Mount Kenya region. You have to get Mount Kenya kingpin if it is not Uhuru Kenyatta. We have others like Mother Karua and so on and so forth. And then the second question I would like to pose to the Gema Nation: are you ready to be in the position for at least 10 years? Because what there is that once Baba's from the government, you remain in the opposition. Kwa sababu kile ambacho kitatokea ni kwamba you know your support will not even be required by Kalonzo when he forms the next government. Na tena tunaweza kuona Wakikuyu wakitegwa kwa sababu ule utawala wa Kalonzo. You know, Kalonzo has seen it all. He has been in the government. Baba has seen it all. And sasa unajua sasa Wakikuyu wamekuwa katika serikali, Wakikuyu na Kalenjin for almost 60 years. And there's no much we can talk about. Lakini jambo lingine ambalo ninataka kuwauliza, hili swali ambalo ninataka kuwauliza, you see tuna miradi mingi, we have major projects like Mau Road, we have so many things. Are you ready to abandon these projects? Kwa sababu kilichopo ni kwamba if we shall be in the position, I'm not saying that Baba will not complete this project, but you see, when you are in the government, you'll be very influential, you'll be hard, kwa sababu utasikika, kwa sababu mkiwa katika upinzani na mnapiga ile serikali mnataka ile waletee maendeleo, ndio serikali ya majukumu ya kuleta maendeleo, kwa sababu unajua Baba hana ubaguzi. Lakini swali ambalo nataka kuwauliza, je, are you ready for this? Are you ready to abandon the Mau Road? There's so many infrastructure development that has taken place in Mount Kenya. You know, Ruto, not Ruto, Raila will be somebody who needs to be watched closely for you to have many projects. You need to be supported. The other question is, The past can explain the present and can predict the future. Now, when you look at Ruto, the way he has treated the Kenya nation in the past, do you think you are safe in his hands? Do you think Ruto is the best person? Just look at his future. Just look at the future. Look at the past. Look at the present. And if you think he's the best person to support, I think I would differ with you there. The other question that I like to pose to the Kenya nation is UDA your home? Do you feel at home in UDA? And definitely, you know very well that Jubilee is your home, and you need to come back home because, as I have said many times, Ruto will remain the kingpin of the Kalenjin nation, and UDA will remain a Nadi party, if not a Kalenjin party. The other question I'd like to pose to the Kenya nation: if Ruto was planning to remove Uhuru from power, what do you do to the ordinary person? What do you do to the ordinary governance in Mount Kenya if he becomes the president? Suppose he becomes the president. And do you think he is going to cooperate with you? Do you think he's going to treat you with kids' gloves? I think your answer is as good as mine. Your guess is the answer. The other question I'd like to pose to you: if Ruto does not respect the president, do you think he's going to respect the common Wajiko? Do you think he's going to respect the common Mwananchi? The other thing that I'd like you to think seriously: are you aware that the bottom-up economic model is not meant for the Mount Kenya counties? Because, you see, according to this model, which is vague, I've said it's vague, kulingana na vile ambavyo ilivyo ni kwamba a county like Turkana County, Kilifi, this have to be uplifted first. Lazima ziletwe juu na nyinyi mwe msawazishwe. And you see, it means that, if you look at the poverty index, if you look at Kiambu is the richest county in Kenya. If you look at Murang'a, if you look at Nyeri, if you look at Nyadaro, they are among the top 10 richest counties in Kenya. Na sasa, unapoangalia Elgeyo Marakwet, unapoangalia zingine pale Baringo, sasa zile ndizo ambazo zitaletwa juu so that you can be at par. That is the meaning of the bottom up. Kwa hivyo, Elgeyo Marakwet up, Kiambu down. That's the meaning of the bottom-up economic model. And you can ask this. I had Gatabaki, Ms. Gatabaki, that's Ms. David D's wife, talking about this. And I think you need to think twice. Now, last but not least, when I look at the Kenya nation, I see the parable of the prodigal son. Kikuyus need to come back home. Come back to Jubilee.